So this is the perfect example of people are crazy in this world, and everybody stay prayed up and stay safe. So Melody shared a shocking altercation that happened with some random person. And she also talked about the kids. And just so proud of how smart these kids are. It's so obvious that Melody has raised these kids well, and these kids know what to do in these sorts of situations. So if anyone is listening and is a parent, please make sure your kids are security conscious. They know exactly what to do in some of these situations. Now, hello everyone. You're welcome back to Reviews and Recaps. Today I'm going to be talking about a story that Melody shared about something that happened to her with some random person. So please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post or go live. So sorry guys, I couldn't get the live for you guys this time around, but we gonna get into it. So Melody was having an amazing time with the kids. They were having a good old time, and she decided to take the kids over to get some school supplies. So imagine they're like over there trying to go get like school clothes and pick up some items. Then they decided they wanted to get some snacks from a gas station. And then when they got there were two men standing across the entry into this gas station. So as they were approaching, he gets in the way. So of course, Melody does what anyone would do, which is, excuse me. And the person just didn't like that. So next thing, this person starts to min-mug Melody. And as he moves out of the way. And this is what I mean about people be crazy. It's like you will leave your house thinking everybody is sane, only for you to move out and then run into some craziness like that. And this is why I'm just like, every time we leave the house and come back home safe, like that is a blessing that we should never take for granted. Because imagine something like that had escalated. So apparently Mel got on the phone to Jason. You guys know Jason, her security, and was talking about the incident that happened. And then this man approaches her and starts to talk to her about being disrespectful. It's like, geez, please. This is the thing. Some people just have such a short fuse that like anything you do can literally set them off. Because imagine you're just out here standing up and then this man, like a random person, is trying to walk up on you. That is crazy. And so apparently Mariah was really concerned and immediately starts to call 911. And also she called Jason. And this is the thing, right? I feel like Mariah did exactly what she should have done in that situation. And I'm just so proud of the fact that she knew to do that. There is no reason. It's like, if this is happening, let's call the police, let them handle it. And Melody apparently then sends Jason their location and spoke to the dispatcher once she realized that Mariah had called the police, basically saying like, don't send anyone over. She has a retired police officer as a bodyguard. Now, the gag is the dispatcher ignored it and sent 3 officers over. I absolutely love it because I feel like anything could have happened, including the bodyguard being late or whatever. So I definitely appreciated the fact that the dispatcher ignored it and was like, nah, I'm not going to ignore this emergency. I am going to send 3 officers over, let them go straighten out whatever it is. Even if they have to come back, that's fine. But let's make sure that this woman and her children are good. So whoever that dispatcher is, God bless you. Like, I'm just glad that they did their job and took it seriously, because anything could happen in these sorts of situations. Apparently, the man that was trying to pull up on Mel and approach Mel literally left because he had been to jail before. Man was like, I am not getting involved. I do not want to go back to jail. Now that he knows that the police are trying to get involved. Melody also said that Sugar Mama and Boss Baby later said that what if the guy was trying to distract Melody so the friend could get them, like abduct them, right? Like, this is what I mean about teaching your children about the importance of safety, letting them know what is out there. There is nothing wrong in letting them know that this is what could happen out there. So you need to be smart. You need to be switched on. You need to, if you feel some way, get help immediately. don't put yourself in these sorts of situations. Protect yourself as much as possible. It's testament to the fact that Melody raised these children well, because that's called situational awareness. The fact that the children know that these things could happen and even thought that that could be what was happening. That shows that they are smart, amazing children. Melody also said that the guy she was approached by was a black man, and we're always talking about defend the black man, and we're always trying to protect the black man. But that's the thing, she is correct in the sense that, like, imagine the people that we're trying to protect and the people we're trying to ride for are the same people that are not protective of us, are the same people that are going off on us, are the same people trying to pull up on a woman. Like, what would you gain from that experience? Now, I'm not saying Melody was rude or anything. Knowing Melody, I'm sure she was polite. But what I'm saying is, even if she was rude, right? Not saying that's the case. I need you guys to hear me. Even if she was rude, that is not an excuse for a man to walk up on a woman. What would be the benefit of doing that? This woman is there with her children. Why do you think it is appropriate for you as a grown-ass black man to try to walk up on a woman, to be trying to approach her, to be saying, oh, she was this, she was being disrespectful because you didn't like how she told you excuse me, to be min-mugging her? It's like, that is completely unacceptable. I absolutely feel like I expect more from our black men. I do expect more from them in that kind of situation. Like, she did not come at you or anything. All she said was excuse me. You should have moved out of the way. There was no need for mean-mugging her. And if you didn't like the way she said that to you, you could have said, sis or ma'am, I would have liked if you had said, please excuse me, if that was a thing, right? Like, I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying, like, he could have still been civil about it. There was no need for the mean mugging. There was no need to go and approach her later on. It's like, what is the reason for all of that? You're just putting her in an uncomfortable situation. And then look at the children. You didn't even care and think about protecting the children. Why should the children be traumatized by somebody, by some random man trying to walk up on their mother talking about she was being disrespectful? That is crazy. That should not be acceptable, regardless of whatever, right? That should not be okay. And so I'm glad that the dispatcher did send police officers over there. I'm glad Mariah did what she needed to do and called immediately to try to resolve this. And I'm so proud of Sugar Mama and Boss Baby for even thinking, wow, what if this is a distraction set up just to try to take us away? Like, I love that they were so present and were very much aware of their surroundings and thinking about, okay, this could be what is happening here. Let's all get it together and stay on track, right? And for me, it really broke my heart that this happened in front of the kids. Like, whilst I'm glad that at least Mariah was there to call the police and get and make sure she was safe, but at the same time, it's like thinking about the fact that Mariah was so scared and she was shaking and she could barely even explain to the dispatcher what happened. That is not something that a child should have to experience, right? Like, that is such a traumatic experience for the kids. Imagine Boss Baby, imagine Mariah is out here scared and shaking. Imagine how Boss Baby and Sugar Mama felt. That is so unacceptable that a woman and her children are in this sort of situation. But it's sad that this is the world that we live in. So I want to encourage you that every single time you leave your house, it is a blessing. And for me, I thank God that I go in, I come out, I give praises to him that I come back safely. I go out safely, I come back in peace. Because, like, imagine this could have escalated. What if this man had a pow pow and decided to pull out a pow pow? God forbid, right? What if this man, God forbid, decided to put hands or throw hands, right? Like, cause some people, this is how they behave, right? Sometimes you be driving, somebody cuts you off, they're screaming at you, hurling all sorts of abuses at you, and you're just thinking, all I'm doing is driving and minding my business, right? But these are the sorts of things that some of these people be doing. So every opportunity to go out and come back in that we may take for granted is some opportunity that someone else did not get. So we need to be grateful for every single day that we have here with our family, with our friends, with our loved ones. That is it. That is all. But let me know what you guys think. Has any sort of situations like this happened to you guys before? Let me know. Don't forget to like, share, hit that subscribe button, and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.